Good evening, I'm Rex Leta with the news. The Financial Action Task Force added PNG to the grey list yesterday, Friday 13th February 2026, following the group's intergovernmental latest summit in Mexico City. The addition of PNG to the global grey list comes following deficiencies identified in combating money laundering and terrorist financing, lack of criminal prosecutions, inadequate supervision of non-bank financial institutions, and low interagency cooperation. Treasurer Ian Links-Taki, who is now in Washington, D.C. to discuss this with IMF, acknowledged this and said PNG will work to get out of this at the earliest, stressing that the impacts will be minimal.
Early this week, the Prime Minister released a statement assuring the country of his government's preparedness to address issues identified and exit the grey list at the earliest. Today, the Treasurer is in the USA to seek IMF's help on how PNG can navigate this with little to minimal impact on the country. From the USA, Treasurer Staki said a comprehensive plan has been put in place by the Mara Barroso government and reassured international partners about the impacts of the enhanced monitoring or grey listing on PNG. He said in the next few months, amendments will be made to 6 pieces of legislation to improve PNG's anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing legal structures. He added that the economic impacts of the grey listing are expected to be minimal as long as PNG keeps to its action plan, and described the opposition's concerns about grey listing as a scare campaign and not a national emergency. Mr. Staki said no major donors are planning to reduce programs to PNG, instead of seeking much larger programs. He said markets look at many factors beyond the FATF ratings when investing in PNG, including the extraordinary opportunities available, especially when linked to local partners. In the meantime, Staki says the government is looking for international support to address deficiencies. Ruth Rungula, TVWAN News.
Chief Executive Officer of the National Monitoring and Coordination Authority, David Were, is concerned that the current systems in the public service are not effective anymore. He said the current lead monitoring and coordination systems and structures of public service are fragmented, uncoordinated, and ineffective.
David Were, the Chief Executive Officer of the National Monitoring and Coordination Authority, has expressed serious concerns regarding the ineffectiveness of the existing systems. Were says a review of the last 12 years of budget funding highlighted that over 214 billion kina was spent without proper monitoring and accountability mechanisms. He stressed that despite high spending, there was no records of accountability for non-implementation of government decisions, where he emphasized that the lack of cohesion in these systems has hampered efforts to implement government policies efficiently to achieve development goals. He called for a comprehensive overhaul of the structures and processes in place to ensure they are more integrated and responsive to the needs of citizens. He said over time many of the government key institutions drifted away from their original roles. Therefore, Were says the creation of NMCA is this government's promise to future generations that their inheritance will not be squandered anymore, but safeguarded, grown and honored to create a better country for them. NMCA was launched in 2025 as a long-term movement to ensure national development funds translate into tangible infrastructure like roads, classrooms, and hospitals for the future generation. Were said NMCA will utilize modern tools like real-time monitoring, independent auditors, digital dashboards to eliminate ghost projects and corruption, ensuring that every kina spent benefit the citizens than being wasted. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
The departmental heads of different government organizations have raised concerns of chronic underfunding and delayed budget releases, among other concerns like staffing and retention challenges. Chief Secretary Ivan Pomaleo attested to these concerns during the closing ceremony of the departmental heads workshop yesterday.
To show that many of our problems are not.
Chief Secretary Ivan Pomaleo addressed the critical concerns raised by leaders from various government organizations. These issues include chronic underfunding, delayed budget releases, staffing shortages, and retention challenges. Pomaleo acknowledged that these persistent issues significantly hamper the effectiveness and efficiency of government operations.
Slow progress in digital transformation across the sectors, including cheaper internet access, gaps in governance, compliance and accountability, weak coordination between national, provincial and district levels. A significant number of agencies. Prime Minister identified that the 1995 provincial reform has been a bottleneck.
Pomaleo highlighted that chronic underfunding has led to a scarcity of resources necessary to carry out essential services, while delayed budget releases complicate planning and implementation efforts within the departments. Staffing shortages further exacerbate these challenges as they limit the capacity of government agencies to fulfill their mandates and serve the public effectively.
These cross-cutting issues show that many of our problems are not sector-specific, they are structural. If we fix these core systems, we can unlock progressive implementation across multiple sectors at once.
Pomaleo also reaffirmed the importance of addressing these systematic issues to enhance governance and improve service delivery for the citizens of Papua New Guinea. He called for collaborative efforts among departments and a commitment to seeking solutions that will strengthen the public sector's ability to respond to the need of the people. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Papua New Guinea has strengthened its TVET sector with the signing of a new Memorandum of Understanding between the Department of Education and the Asia-Pacific Accreditation and Certification Commission in Manila. Secretary for Education, Dr. Uke Kombra, says the partnership aligns PNG's training system with international standards, making local qualifications more credible and competitive. The agreement will support institutional and program accreditation, boost labor mobility, and improve training quality nationwide. The writ for the New Island regional seat was returned to the Governor-General Grand Chief Sir Bob Dadai yesterday at the Government House. This is following the successful conduct of the by-election, which saw the election of Byron Chen as the new regional member of New Island.
This election was completed on time and within budget, with the rollout of the photo capture exercise in the KVing Eben LLG successfully delivered. The PNG Electoral Commission team that participated in the by-election and the visiting polling officials from New Island are scheduled to hold a debrief next week, where a full report of the by-election will be submitted. This by-election gave the PNG Electoral Commission an opportunity to roll out the photo capture exercise and a centralized counting strategy for the LLG counting, which was successfully implemented in selected LLGs. Acting Electoral Commissioner thanked the returning officer and assistant returning officers, all counting officials, security personnel, provincial election advisory team, candidate scrutineers, and voters in New Island for delivering a successful election, despite challenges including adverse weather conditions. Meanwhile, she clarified that the seat left vacant by the late New Island Province Governor, Sir Julius Chen, was a national parliament seat, and thus only a by-election could elect a new provincial member under Section 106 by-election of the Constitution. Michael Tamtipais, TV1 News.
You're watching TV1 News. We'll bring the day's other stories after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. The Miss Pacific Islands 2026 pageant lit up the stage last night, bringing together contestants from across the Pacific to celebrate culture, heritage, and modern advocacy. The event highlighted the talents, values, and voices of young Pacific women, combining artistry with meaningful messages for the region.
The Miss Pacific Islands pageant dazzled audiences with an impressive display of talent, culture, and creativity as contestants from across the Pacific took to the stage in the talent and sarong categories last night at the Sofitel Fiji Resort and Spa. Miss Tonga Siosina captivated the audience with a performance rooted in faith, perseverance, and Tongan heritage. Her dance, inspired by the Taulonga, reflected the wisdom and values passed down through generations, celebrating resilience and cultural pride. Ms. Kiribati presented a powerful performance of traditional scoop net fishing at dawn, highlighting the values of patience, humility, and community. Her performance demonstrated how cultural traditions continue to teach younger generations responsibility, environmental stewardship, and cooperation. Miss Cook Islands shared a moving story about identity, resilience, and online safety, emphasizing the importance of protecting youth and promoting positive digital spaces. Miss Samoa inspired audiences through a talent piece focused on kindness, mental well-being, and safe online interactions, urging the Pacific youth to uphold cultural values in both digital and real-world spaces, while Miss Fiji combined spoken word and dance to address the impact of online bullying, reminding viewers that words carry mana and culture must guide behavior both online and offline. Miss American Samoa brought energy and celebration as a DJ, representing her island's vibrant musical heritage and celebration as a DJ, while Miss PNG delivered a heartfelt performance addressing unity and respect across communities, encouraging audiences to rise above divisions. The night celebrated culture, creativity, and community, highlighting the Pacific's shared values and diverse expressions. Carol Kidu Jr., TV1 News.
Contestant number 3, Miss Papua New Guinea Iampela Popena, captivated the Miss Pacific Islands 2026 audience with combined performance in the talent and sarong categories, emphasizing both cultural pride and contemporary social messages.
The performance, titled In the Eyes of Color, encouraged viewers to see beyond physical differences, reinforcing the message that Pacific communities are united, not divided by skin color. In the sarong segment, Miss PNG showcased traditional designs that reflected land, lineage, and identity. Each look celebrated Pacific heritage, demonstrating how culture is lived, not just worn. Her spoken word addressed online bullying and digital challenges. Through dance and narration, she highlighted the importance of kindness, empathy, and respect, bridging generational values with the realities of modern technology. Her performance combined artistry and advocacy, illustrating that culture and digital citizenship are inseparable in shaping responsible, connected communities. Miss PNG's presence on stage underscored the strength, resilience, and the voice of young Pacific women, offering both inspiration and reflection for audiences across the region. Carol Kidu Jr., TV1 News.
PNG's decision to ratify the Budapest Convention on Cybercrime last year was deliberate to align with the international framework for cybercrime cooperation. Acting Minister for ICT, Peter Siamalili Jr., When closing the international law application in cyberspace executive course at the APEC House in Port Moresby yesterday, said it is a major national step as it reflects the government's intent to align PNG's institutions with trusted international standards for tackling cybercrime and enabling lawful cooperation on electronic evidence.
Papua New Guinea has made significant strides towards enhancing its cybersecurity framework by ratifying the Budapest Convention on Cybercrime in November 2025. Acting Minister for ICT Peter Siamalili Jr. made this announcement while concluding the international law applicable in cyberspace executive course at the APEC House in Port Moresby. He emphasized that this ratification represents a pivotal national commitment showcasing the government's intention to align PNG's institutions with trusted international standards for combating cybercrime.
Importantly, this week was not designed as a three-day event that would end and be forgotten. This program deliberately extended into PNG's own policy and coordination needs.
Siamalili also noted that this move will facilitate lawful cooperation regarding electronic evidence, which is crucial in an increasingly digital world. By adopting the principles outlined in the Budapest Convention, Siamalili says PNG aims to strengthen its capacity to address cybercrime effectively, enhance legal frameworks, and foster collaboration both domestically and internationally in matters related to digital crime. He said this initiative is part of broader efforts to create a safer and more secure cyberspace for its citizens and businesses.
The additional sessions today have also grounded the week's learning in practical criminal justice and enforcement realities through focused discussions on implementing the Budapest Convention on Cybercrime, stating that with PNG's threats and challenges and institutional responsibilities, and then moving into concrete procedures for electronic evidence, lawful authorizations, and cross-border cooperation.
Siamalili says a number of Pacific Islands Forum countries are also members of the Budapest Convention, and as PNG prepares to accede and implement, we strengthen our ability to work with our Pacific neighbors and other state parties to the Budapest Convention on timely assistance, lawful data requests, and coordinated responses, especially where offenses, suspects, infrastructure, or evidence move across jurisdictions. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Today is Valentine's Day, and a couple chose to tie a knot today, marking this day a memorable one. David and Christian Kayan wedded at the City of Glory Pentecostal Church in Port Moresby in front of family and friends. The event marked an important occasion in the lives of the couple, aligning with Valentine's Day agendas of love, romance, commitment, and affection together with faith.
A special moment took place this morning as David and Christian Kayan got married at the City of Glory Pentecostal Church in Wada Wada in Port Moresby. The couple chose to exchange their vows on Valentine's Day, a day celebrated around the world as a time for love and affection. Their wedding matched the meaning of the day, showing love, commitment, and faith. Family members, friends, and churchgoers came together to witness the couple become husband and wife. Many describe the ceremony as a moment to remember. City of Glory Pastor Tony Ainui led the marriage service, pronouncing David and Christian as husband and wife.
I officially declare that David Kayan and Christian Pio are now officially married.
For David and Christian, getting married on February 14th made the day even more meaningful. It highlighted the love and unity they promised to share in their life together. Their wedding brought joy to everyone who attended and added a bright, loving story to this year's Valentine's Day celebrations. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN News.
Sports is next. I'll bring you the details after these messages. In sports, PNG Basketball Federation has a stack of events lined up for the 2026 season. The biggest of them all is the 2026 Glasgow Commonwealth Games in July. President of PNG Basketball Federation, David Peter, in an exclusive interview with TVWAN News Today, provided the rundown of Basketball PNG this year. PNG Basketball Federation has on its calendar 6 international matches and a handful of regional and national competition slated for 2026. This provides the opportunity for Papua New Guinea representative players to showcase their talents on the international arena. The 3x3 Women's Asia Cup in Singapore, Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, Scotland, and FIBA Melanesian Cup are amongst big events for the year. President of Basketball PNG, David Peters, said 2026 will be a busy year for the Federation. When commenting on their busy calendar, Peters noted that their preparation for the Glasgow Commonwealth Games has begun with Port Moresby and Alotau-based players.
This week we had 10 people doing their tests, but over the next couple of weeks we'll have others joining in. And this for the first time we're putting a team into the international arena, and we really want to make sure we get the best team to play for the country.
The PNG Basketball Federation has made notable improvement in their standing on the international level, which is indicated by their selection in the Commonwealth Games. This is the result of consistent effort from the Federation and good corporate support.
Our funding actually comes from private companies and state-owned enterprises. So we basically get our funding from private sponsors. We did actually did submissions to the government for funding through the Public Investment Program, PIP funding, but we couldn't get any funding through that.
The President said although they received no support from the government, corporate entities have been good to them, supporting their local and international competitions throughout 2025. He is looking forward to continued partnership in 2026. The annual All-Stars Clash will see the Australian Indigenous All-Stars take on the New Zealand Maori All-Stars at the FMG Stadium in Waikato, Hamilton tomorrow. The event will feature both men's and women's matches, making it a full day of rugby league and cultural celebration. That's it for sports. Now the weather report. In regional focus, southern isolated showers and thunderstorms becoming scattered in the afternoon, evenings over Gulf, Central and Oro with areas of rain. Mamase, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with areas of rain, becoming isolated at night. New Guinea Islands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with areas of rain, becoming isolated at night. Islands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with areas of rain. And that wraps up Saturday's news. Thanks for your company. Bye for now.